what we start now is conversion from standard form to usual form. Just the converse of what we have discussed. That is, if a number is given to you in standard form, say 5.375 into 10 to the power of 14. This is in standard form because you see this is k, which is a number between 1 and 10, and this is your n, which is a positive integer. So this is in standard form. This is in k into 10 to the power of n form, right? So once I know that this is in standard form, how will I convert this to my usual form? Okay. So this requires your basic knowledge of decimals, 5.375 into 10 to the power of 14. You can write this as 5.375 into 1 and then followed by, so you have 14 here. So you can have followed by 14 zeros. So these are 14 zeros, right? Now you know that when a decimal number is multiplied by this many zeros, how many decimals we have to shift? We have to shift an equal number of places. To which side? We have to shift to the right. So that means you have 5.375 here. So we are going to shift this decimal point 14 places. So 1, 2, 3. You have reached here. Now 4 means 1, 0, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, and finally 14. So this you get as 5375 and followed by this many zeros. How many zeros are there? 11 zeros. Okay. This is how you convert from standard form to the usual form. This is requires nothing but your basic knowledge of decimals. Okay. Conversion to standard form is more important. If usual form is given, then how you will convert to standard form. Next, we come to the next topic, which is how to convert uh, what the standard form of small numbers is. Now, small numbers, what can be the very small number? Uh, let's say the thickness of a coin is a very small number, right? Thickness of a coin is a very small number, right? Let's say a copper wire, thickness of a copper wire, that is also very small. So these quantities can be very small. Okay. So the standard form of small numbers are also of this type, k into 10 to the power of n, except that the difference here is then n here has to be negative integer. In the large numbers, we had n as a positive integer, right? Here n we have as a negative integer. Okay, in the case of small numbers. So examples of standard forms of small numbers can be, say, 1.275 into 10 to the power of minus 5. Right? This number, this is in standard form. This is a very small number. You see n is negative here, right? 10 to the power of a negative number. And you see that k here is greater than 1 and also k here is less than 10, right? So that is what you need to know about the standard form of a small number. This is also a small number in standard form, 3 into 10 to the power of minus 8. You see this is k, which is greater than 1 and which is less than 10, and this is a negative number. So this is also in standard form. Okay, so once you know what a standard form of a small number is, we shall now see how to convert from usual form to the standard form. Now, usual form of a small number, usual form as we write in decimals, usual form of a small number. Say I have 0.000001. This is the usual form of a very small number. You can have 0. This is a standard form. This is a usual form of a very small number. Okay, normally this is the way we write. But this, again, just as in case of large numbers, writing numbers in this way will have problems for you if you want to add such numbers, or if you want to subtract such numbers, or if you want to multiply such numbers. So that is why such numbers, what we do is we convert it into standard form and then we add, subtract, divide, or multiply. Okay, that is why we convert it into standard form. Let's see how to convert usual form to standard form. You see the question here. Express 0 point and so many zeros, 85. So let's see how many are there. 0 point and you have 11 zeros following the decimal point. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 zeros, and then you have 85. Right? This is a very small number. We want to convert this to its standard form. Okay, the first step is to convert this into a decimal. Now you already know if you are shifting decimals to the right hand side, you need to divide the number by an equal number of zeros. So decimal point is here. Start shifting 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. So you have to place 13 zeros in the denominator. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. So 13 zeros I have placed here. Okay, see that this number of zeros here is 13 zeros, right? Now what we can do is we can write this 85 divided by 10 to the power of 13, right? Now we can write this as 85 into 1 by 10 to the power of 13. And from the laws of indices or exponents, you can write this as 85 into 1 by 10 to the power of 13 can be written as 10 to the power of minus 13. But still this number is not in standard form. Even though this is negative, even though this is a negative integer, yet this is not in standard form till now. Why is this not in standard form? Because this number 85 is greater than 10. We need to make this number into something that is less than 10. So how do we make it? 85 has a decimal point here. So we shift one, if we shift one decimal point here, this will become 8.5. And if I am shifting one decimal in this side, what do we need to do? Towards the left, if we shift the decimal, we need to multiply this by 10, right? Isn't it? And we write 10 to the power of minus 13 as it is. So now this becomes 8.5 into 10 to the power of 1 into 10 to the power of minus 13. Now these two bases are same. You can add the exponents. 8.5 into 10 to the power of 1 plus minus 13. You can add the exponents, or you can simply write 1 minus 13 is equal to 8.5 into 10 to the power of minus 12. And now this is in standard form.
Sir,
Tell me.
sir,
Tell me.
third process.
I could not hear you. Say again.
Sir, can you please explain me the third?
Okay.
Sir, the third
Okay, fine. You just read out the
part
line.
you have done.
Read out the line.
Sir, 8.5 into 10 into 10 to the power minus 30.
This line. This is your see 80. This was 85, right? This
Yes,
was
sir.
85. This is not in
Yes,
standard
sir.
form. This is a negative integer, but this is not in standard form because k. This is k. K has to be a number that is between 1 and 10, isn't it? So what you do here is
Yes, sir.
85 is 85. If you see 85 is 85.0, isn't it? 85 means 85.0. If I shift this decimal
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
here, this will become 8.5, isn't it? But when can I shift this decimal
Yes,
here? When I multiply this by 10, isn't it?
yes, sir.
That is what I have done here. Is it clear now?
Oh. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Understood.
Okay. So proceed to the next one. Now conversion of a standard form to usual form. Now standard form for small numbers. How to convert them to usual form. This normally is not required most of the time, but still we'll see. Let us consider a number in standard form 7.579 into 10 to the power of minus 14. This number is a very small number in its standard form. Okay. We want to convert this into usual form. So what you do, we do just the reverse of what we have done. That is, we convert this negative power to a positive power by writing this as 1 by 10 to the power of 14. That means this can be written as 7.579 divided by 10 to the power of 14. That means this is 7.579 divided by, and you have 1 followed by how many zeros? This is 14. You have 1 followed by 14 zeros. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. 14 zeros, right? This is 14 zeros. Now, if you're dividing a number by 1 followed by 14 zeros, where should the decimal point move? The decimal point should move towards the left. That means this decimal point will now move 14 positions, right? Towards the left. So now we start moving. So you have 7.579. This decimal point moves here. One place, 14, one place. Next place is second place, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
So
Hmm.
a number will be in standard form when
10,
it is in the number between 1 and 10.
13, 14. Yes. If k into 10 to the power of n, if k has to be between 1 and 10. Okay. See, we have moved for the decimal 14 places. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Okay, this is 12, 13 and 14. So 2 zeros here. Right. So this number will now become how many zeros here? 13. 0 0.1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 zeros, and then 7549. So that is your usual form. Is this clear?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
So that is how you convert your standard form to usual form. Normally, conversion of standard form to usual form is not given. Normally, you'll be given the usual form. You'll be required to convert it to your standard form. Let us move on to some miscellaneous problems here. Other problems. The question type that you normally get. Only 1 or 2 mark question you will get from here. Okay. And mainly application will be in your physics. Okay. When you will be dealing with very big numbers and we'll be dealing with very small numbers, you'll be applying this technique in physics. Okay. Question is, convert the following to their standard forms. Fine. Very small number is given and in part 1. So let's see how many are there. You have decimal and then you have followed by 20 zeros. And then you have 334. And the unit is given, tons. Okay. So now if you want to convert this to a standard form, first we convert it to a fraction. 334 divided by how many decimals we are moving? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23. So we are moving 23 places. So you must have 23 zeros here. Twenty-three zeros. Right? So now this becomes 334 divided by 10 to the power of 23, which can be written as 334 into 1 by 10 to the power of 23. This becomes 334. Now you can write this as 10 to the power of minus 23. So we have got a negative integer, right? But what is the problem here? K here is not between 1 and 10, right? So we need to convert this K into a number between 1 and 10. How will I convert this into a number between 1 and 10? 334. I have a decimal point here. How many decimal points I need to shift? 2 decimal to make it 3.34. But when I'm shifting 2 decimal to the left, I need to multiply this by 100, right? So therefore, 334, I can write this as 3.34 into 100 into 10 to the power of minus 23, right?
Sir,
Tell me.
in the test, the process that you are showing, we can write in dash process, or we can write in our own process
In
also,
your own,
sir.
in your own, in your own. I'm doing all this to explain this to you. Okay.
We can write in our own process.
Yes. So this
Okay,
is
sir.
as long as your process is correct, as long as your method is correct. Okay. So 3.34 into 100 into 10 to the power of minus 23. So we have converted this 334 into a number between 1 and 10. So now what to do? You can write this as 3.34 into 10 square. 100 can be written as 10 square. And this 10 to the power of minus 23 we write as it is. So now what happens? 3.34 into 10 square into 10 to the power of 23 minus 23, right? Now the bases are same here. That means 3.34 into 10 to the power of 2 minus 23. That means you get 3.34 into 10 to the power of 2 minus 23 is minus 21, which is in standard form. Is that clear? Is this question very clear? Yes, no answer? Can you hear me, all of you?
Yes, sir.
This problem I think is clear. And
Yes, sir. Yes.
I don't think any step requires explanation. I've already explained all this. Let's move on to the next one, the part 2 of this problem. Now you have been given a big number, 1 part 2. The big number here is 597, and after this you have 22 zeros following. So this is 597. If you separate the number of zeros, you will get how many zeros? 22. That means you can write 1 and then followed by 22 zeros. Right? 22 zeros. That means since you have 1 followed by 22 zeros, you can write this as 10 to the power of 22, right? Now, this is a positive integer. This is okay. But what is the problem? Problem is this with k. K is not between 1 and 10. So how do you convert this k in between 1 and 10? If I shift 2 places of decimal, this will become 5.97, isn't it? And if I am shifting 2 places to the left, I should multiply by 100, isn't it? So I can write this as 5.97 into 100 into 10 to the power of 22, which can be written as 5.97 into 10 square into 10 to the power of 22, which is equal to, now take the tens together, 5.97 into 10 square into 10 to the power of 22, which is equal to 5.97 into 10 to the power of 2 plus 22 is 2 plus 22, which is equal to 24. 5.97 into 10 to the power of 24, which is in standard form. Okay, I hope this is clear. No questions here. Next question. Number 2. Mass of Mars is 6.642 into 10 to the power of 29 kg, and the mass of Sun is 1.99 into 10 to the power of 30. Let's see, mass of Mars is equal to 6.42 into 10 to the power of 29 kg. Mass of Sun is 1.99 into 10 to the power of 30 kg. What is the total mass? Total mass is addition of these two. Therefore, total mass is equal to 6.42 into 10 to the power of 29 plus 1.99 into 10 to the power of 30. Right? Now, whenever you are adding these two, we first need to make these two powers equal. Right? How do you make these two powers equal? How do you make this power and this power equal? See, if I want to write, I want to convert 29 to a 30. What do I have to do? 6.42. If I want to make this power into a power 30, I need to multiply this by 10, isn't it? Only if I multiply this by 10, then I can add the powers. But if I multiply this number by 10, then what am I doing? I'm changing the value of this number, right? That means I also need to divide this by 10. Is this step very clear to everyone? Say if you could not
Yes, sir.
understand.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So now this is, you write this as it is. Now what you do? 6.42 into 10 to the power of 29 plus 1 divided by 10 plus 1.99 into 10 to the power of 30. Now this is 6.42 divided by 10 into 10 to the power of 30 plus 1.99 into 10 to the power of 30. Now see, the powers are equal. Right? That is why I multiplied this by 10 and I divided this by 10. Now what can you do? From these two, you can take out the HCF. What is the HCF of these two? 10 to the power of 30. You can take out this. What are you left with? From this, you are taking out 10 to the power of 30. You are left with 6.42 divided by 10 plus. And from this whole number, you are taking out 10 to the power of 30. You only left with 1.99. Right? So now what will happen? 10 to the power of 30. 6.42. This is divided by 10. So one decimal will shift here. You'll get 0.642 plus 1.99. Now you add up 1.99 and 0.642. How much will you get? 10 to the power of 30 into 2.632. If you add these two. So therefore, what is your answer? 2.632 into 10 to the power of 30 kg. That is your answer. Now see how simple it becomes. I had such big numbers. If I had written them in usual form, I would have had like so many zeros. I would have had to write so many zeros, and then I would have to write again. If I wanted to add one below the other, I would have to add so many zeros. I have to write one below the other. But when I converted this to standard form, this task of mine became so easy that I did it in 4-5 steps. So that is the advantage of converting this numbers into standard forms. Okay. Let's see the last one.
Sir, we have to brought it into standard form. It's compulsory.
Whenever you are adding two very big numbers or very small numbers, you have to convert them to standard form. Next question is, a particular star is at a distance of 8.1 into 10 to the power 13 kilometers from the Earth. Okay, so from the Earth, this is the distance of the star. Okay, so distance of the star from the Earth. Is equal to 8.1 into 10 to the power of 13 kilometers. Assuming that the light travels at the speed of speed of light is given. How much? 3 into 10 to the power of 8 meters per second. Okay, note the difference. This distance is given in kilometer. This distance is given in meters per second. Okay. Find how long it takes for the light to reach the earth. So you have to find out time. You know, time is equal to time taken for light.
Sir, distance by speed.
Speed, distance by speed to reach the earth. Is equal to distance by speed. Right? But the problem here is that this distance here is given in kilometers and this is given in meters. So what you do is you convert this distance in kilometers to meters first. So I can write this as 8.
Sir, multiply into 100.
Yes. You multiply this by 1000. 1000 meters is 1 kilometer.
Yes,
So you multiply this by 1000.
yes, sir.
Right? So how much do you get? 8.1 into 10 to the power of 13 into 10 cube. Right? So which you can write as 8.1 into 10 to the power of 13 plus 3. Which you can write as 8.1 into 10 to the power of 16. You have converted this kilometer to meters. Okay. Now you can put here. How much is the distance? 8.1 into 10 to the power of 16. How much is the speed? 3 into 10 to the power of 8. Right? So now what can you do? You can write this as 81 into 10 into 10 to the power of 16 divided by 8. 8.1 can be written as 81 into 10, right? Divided by 3 into 10 to the power of 8. Now what you can do, you can cancel this. How many times? 27 times. So you get 27 into. Now these two you can add powers, 1 plus 16 divided by 10 to the power of 8. In the next step, this is 27 into 10 to the power of 17 divided by 10 to the power of 8, which now you can write this as 27 into 10 to the power of 17 divided by 10 to the power of 8. Now this is e to the power of m by e to the power of n form. You can write this as 10 to the power of 17 minus 8, which is equal to 27 into 10 to the power of 17 minus 8 is
9.
9, right?
9.
This much. What should be the unit? Seconds, right? But this is still not in standard form because this k here is greater than 10. How do you convert this to standard form? You write this as 2.7 into 10 into 10 to the power of 9, which now can be written as 2.7 into 10 to the power of 1 plus 9, which is 2.7 into 10 to the power of 10 seconds. So this is the time that is required for light to travel to Earth from the star. Okay, this much second. Now second you can convert to minutes by dividing it by 60. You can convert into hours by again dividing it by 60 and so on. We have got the answer in seconds. Is that clear? Or any question you have
Yes, sir.
from this?
Yes, sir.
Yes, anyone asking anything?